I've been out of touch with the LEGO Star Wars space for a few months now, but streets are saying that they finally developed a new clone helmet that allows you to put rangefinders and other stuff on them. I would think that a lot of fans would be rejoicing over something like this, but as far as I understand, there are a lot of people who are significantly unhappy about these new helmets. So I had a great idea that not many LEGO fans seem to have thought of. I'm going to wait until I have my hands on these new helmets, and then I'm going to give my opinion on them. So I got in my car, turned on Exhumed, and drove to my local Target where I bought the cheapest set they had on the shelf. I thought about buying the ATCE, but there's other things I'd rather put $140 towards, plus I really just don't have the space for that right now. So I settled for the 332nd Battle Pack, took it home, and got started building. As I put together my first figure, I found that the helmet holes really didn't bother me all that much. It was a little strange seeing a Phase 2 trooper with helmet holes after so many years of not having them, but overall it didn't really make me like it or dislike it any more or less. After building the rest of the clones, I finally put together the exclusive quote-unquote Commander Vaughn. Hey everyone, as I was editing this video, I realized I had the wrong torso for Commander Vaughn. I have rectified my mistake. There's no need to correct me in the comments. Thank you, and back to the video. And yes, they absolutely should have given him a red visor. I don't think LEGO has any real excuse for getting that part wrong. But other than that, I do think it is a pretty cool inclusion. I also think the long-standing tradition of including a bunch of rangefinders is nice, and the helmet holes are able to put them to use. And in that case, I think they are really good. The build itself is also really cool. I'm not much of a Clone Wars guy, and I haven't seen the Clone Wars since it ended, so I don't know if this is accurate to the show or anything, but I do think it is a pretty cool build, and I think kids will have fun with it. For me personally, however, I'm probably just going to toss this in a shoebox and never look at it again. As I mentioned, the biggest plus side of having helmet holes is that you can put accessories on the helmet. Obviously, most collectors probably won't be doing this, but at the end of the day, LEGO is a kid's toy. A small sacrifice for some customization really does not bother me too much. A lot of people are also unsatisfied with the printing on the helmets, specifically on the 212 clones, but until I get those and have them in person, I don't want to give an opinion on that. These look pretty okay to me, but at the same time, I also understand that a lot more passionate LEGO Clone Wars fans are really bothered by this. One in particular is my good buddy Man Dar. These helmets have given this man post-traumatic stress disorder. But the problem that I see with the helmets moving forward isn't that they look bad, rather, it's going to be the big inconsistencies that we see in a lot of collections moving forward. As we all know, my good buddy Man Dar whined his way to the 501st Battle Pack coming to fruition, and since it has been one of the best-selling LEGO Star Wars sets of all time. There really isn't a whole lot for me to say about the new 501st Trooper that hasn't already been said. Just about everybody who was into the Clone Wars absolutely loved the design, and a lot of die-hard LEGO Clone Wars fans bought these things up in enormous quantities. A lot of people, myself included, thought this was going to be the norm for LEGO Clone Troopers moving forward. But with the arrival of the new mold in 2022, a lot of people are going to have to mix up their existing 501st armies with new molds. And for most people, that's probably not going to be a huge deal, but I can see where the frustration lies with super passionate collectors. As I said, I myself am not a huge Clone Wars guy, so I didn't buy that many of these. In fact, here's my clone army. Yeah, I only bought one battle pack. I've never really been a big Clone Wars guy. I just think there are better shows that Disney has done, like the Book of Boba Fett. So the debate of whether or not these helmets are terrible is really not something I'm going to lose sleep over. And there is the possibility that the two molds will coexist with one another moving forward, depending on what clone characters are in the respective sets. Dark Bluish Gray has a video where he explains the reasoning for it in a way much better than I could ever. I will link the video down in the description below. I highly recommend watching it. But other than that, that's really all the opinion I have on these helmets. Finally having them in person, I truthfully do not think they are as bad as some people are making them out to be. And I think a lot of the energy that fans have put towards complaining about it would just be spent better elsewhere. There are a lot of bigger travesties on Earth worrying about as opposed to what type of helmets the clones have. For example, why have we not gotten a 9 nub minifig yet?